Hi guys, this is a video about ArcoLinux. It's been 4 days since I have not downloaded ArcoLinux. Seems like an AA meeting or something. But I have here projects. It's all ArcoLinux. ArcoLinux, that's the one, right? The official arcolinux.org ISO was released the 1st of 2025. And we need to reboot into the firmware and say that's the CD-ROM. Now we're off. So that's the official ISO. I'm gonna change it into an ArcoLinux system, right? It's all about choices all the time. And one of the advantages for a beginner, a noob in Linux, right, is a GUI. Something to click a button here, button there, and you get there in the end. And you have an operating system. But here, it's up to us to, well, first of all, load my keys. I need to be able to type. So Latin 1 is for me AZERTY, working. Then I have to wait a little bit. You have to know these things, so nobody's going to explain you, but there is something called pacman init service that needs to be finished. It's enabled, it's finished, okay? If that's okay, then the Arch install advanced makes sense to start it up. It's a bunch of scripts. We have changed those scripts into Arco install. Let's go on. May want to have PE Latin in the future. Would be nice. Then Sweden for me, and Belgium. Best way to do it. X4. Sure. Disk encryption, whatever. Swap. No, so it's choices, right? It's always the same thing. You choose and you read what people say. That's important. Test it out and then you make up your own mind. Often I go to XFCE as a way of checking out if everything is working, and then I'll install chat.wm, do like SDDM, profile. Well, we're done. Audio. Choose, again, kernels, choose, etc, etc, choose, always the same thing. 30, time zone, that needs to be correct for me anyway. Install, yes. How about that, right? But if it's the first time ever you're on Linux, this is way too complex, and it's interesting to start with GUIs, and there are lots of GUIs out there, and Calamaris is one of those tools that provides some assistance when you want to install an operating system on your SSD, NVMe, or hard disk. And then we wait, we sit this one out, but we read, we follow along, and we look up what is systemd, what is journal, Linux, the base devel is something you should look up, which is an interesting command, and you keep on looking up, and ArchWiki is great, right? Just go for it and follow along, and from time to time, you don't do this well all the time, right? But in Brave or any other one like this one, all information on the ArchWiki about something. The something is a topic. I believe we can go to the main page, look around, right? Look around. List of applications. Do you know applications in Linux already? Installation guide, general recommendations, ArcoLinux, what this is all about. What is Arch actually? Code of conduct, getting involved. So things to talk to the guys. Everything is here. Mainly what I do is Wiki. Oh, sorry, actually ArchWiki, and then a word, sound, or in this case I told you to have a look at which. Let's see that we can find it. ArchWiki, it's actually a command which, so it will make it a little bit difficult to get and find something here in this case. But yeah, ArchWiki and then sound or something, right? And the sound system, how do I check out my sound system? Another thing that people ask is the Bluetooth, right? Bluetooth. Can you help me with Bluetooth? Yes, it's here. Read, right? Install the things you need to have. And they're always troubleshooting things down here. People do have problems, and often they're related to hardware. So ArchWiki Let's just take one Lenovo, right? Just type in your brand and then have a look. And look at the list, right? But go ahead and click on one of those guys, of course, your PC, your laptop, and see if there are any issues, problems with wireless power management. Read again. Yeah, it's an ArchWiki thing. It's an ArcoLinux reading, testing, playing around with it. So ArcoLinux, we're booting up. We've installed ArcoLinux ISO, and let's make this an ArcoLinux system. It's all about packages, right? What do I get? I get an SDDM. All of the guys are trying to get ready for Wayland. My advice for now, beginning of 2025, is say no, right? Whatever, and certainly not on virtual machine. So here we are. We have XFCE. We go to the settings and we tell the system, look, my screen is a bit bigger. Okay, close. Next, I do a sudo pacman. Pacman is our package manager. And here we have 2 lines. That's it. I do like to go to the internet, but let's take a look what we have. You can freeze the screen. Nothing to go to the internet with. So this is the default XFCE4 and XFCE4 goodies. All right. This is the pure Arch approach. That means I need to have everything. -S, whoops, Firefox. And then you realize if I want to install one application, I need to install 44 of them. -1, which is Firefox. So 43 dependencies to have one app. Think already about that because it matters. Things change, dependencies change. You need sometimes to rebuild packages because of the changes. So I'm on the internet, yay, right? If you're looking, because network, drivers, firewalls, okay? But if you're here already, you go to the internet and then say, I want to change ArcoLinux into something I'd like to have. ArcoLinux Spices application ASA, install our ArcoLinux package on any ArcoLinux based distro, download it here. So click a button, it's downloaded, and then you need to know some technical stuff, which is sudo pacman - you are going to install ArcoLinux Spices. That's it. It's an application, that means it's somewhere in here, right? Settings, somewhere in here, you have to look for it. ArcoLinux Spices. Click, and now we simplify this app into a button, right? And then the password. And off it goes, and it says down here later on, done. Update now. That's it. We can actually remove it already because, well, let's first test it. Update, not gonna work. Something that we use in ArcoLinux. This is it. Oh, 3 extra lines. So now I have 1,000 packages at my disposal. Sudo pacman -s. Let's first do a bash completion. If you have never heard of that, that's really something I need. Because sudo pacman -s arco tab is not working. I log out. I log in. Control T, sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux tab. 321 packages I can go and install. Okay. Not that one. Let's type in the password. Voila. Tap. This is nicer to see. Some rows. No, sorry, columns. Voila. So all of that is now available. We are on ArcoLinux, but Pacman knows where the packages from ArcoLinux are, where the mirrors is, the keys, the signing, it's all there to go ahead. Now remember why we're here. We're here to actually show you a new package. So sudo pacman -s arco install. This is, well, two packages. The dev is just for us, development, right? And git is the one for here. So we can install this one and install some stuff. What stuff is that? These guys. Scripts that we have on ArcoLinux are now also here. Fix the pacman configuration. That's the first one. ArcoLinux fix. And that means, of course, that we are overwriting everything. We are overwriting it with our pacman. If I update now, no, that's not going to work. Still not okay. -syyu. Repos are at the top, right? Our ArcoLinux repos were not at the top. We can't see it anymore. No, we can not see it. No. But yeah, they were at the bottom and now they're at the top. Now let's have some fun as well. In the meantime, get chat.wm. Off it goes. Don't want to stay in XFCE. I want to move away to a tiling window manager. We're still a notch. But suddenly it's going to look already a lot better, right? Scale is something that we know, but it works here as well. Super X, not going to work, not yet. Eric, log out. And we see a nice blue SDM. We can change it as well. Chat.wm is present. And off we go and launch it. Ctrl-T, sudo pacman. Let's first try right Control F or right Control F. It's not maximizing, right? VirtualBox, guest utils, done, check. And then we are trying again, Control F, nothing happens. Sudo systemctl enable the VBox service. Control F, nothing happens. Now we're starting it. Boom, right? So if you're in a VirtualBox, you have to tell them, well, you have to do these steps, and then you are indeed using, in my case, 1920 on 1080. That's more convenient. Now, the rest, Ctrl-T, remember always Compton or Pychem, right? You can kill it with Ctrl-Alt-O. Sudo pacman -syyu. We get this. Where we're playing with get. Get chat.wm is one thing. Get Nemesis on ArcoLinux is here as well. Git is being installed. What do we have? Data ArcoLinux Nemesis. I can keep on installing stuff until I have the system I like, because I'm missing a lot of software. This is now the software that we have. That's it. So not much. So I keep installing, well, running this one, and it installs the rest. There is more. ArcoLinux something. So we got the two gets, ArcoLinux chat.wm build, fix pacman, fix the keys, right? Fix the keys. Now fix key is something we type. That's an alias to go to ArcoLinux fix pacman databases and keys. Now, if you're like me, you say, why not get ArcoLinux root git, which is the bash rc, ArcoLinux fish git, fish itself. And am I happy then? probably already a little bit. And there it goes. Now I need to do a scal. Everything that's in etc scal goes to my home directory. When I log out and I go back in, bash rc is applied. Ctrl T, update, makes sense to the machine, right? Up all, paru is not installed, not yet. Sudo pacman -s paru. Choose your paru. I mean, the 3 of them. Often I'll just go for the latest version, the Git version. Up all works. And so on. To fish is something I do lately. That means I log out. All right, we should do something about that. And now we're on fish. Why am I on fish? Sometimes for this. What was it again? SB, SC, SD, dependency checks, skip it. List all packages in repository. That's interesting. So I'm gonna use that one. List that one, and then where? Maybe third party. Voila, list me all the packages in that repo. Boom. Right? Fish is interesting because it helps us remember, basically, because what was again the way of figuring out this or that? Q, what is it? I used months ago something to see the display version and exit. Okay. Little pacman there. Never done that. First time I see this, right? Talking about pacman, realizes that I should tell you guys, read it. Man pacman if man exists. Sudo pacman -s man. So we really are missing still a few essential things in my eye. So that's why we have the scripts, right? Wait, bat is not installed. Sudo pacman -s bat. Oof, and off we go. Those are all things that we like to have to make some colors. That's why bat is there. I can actually read this thing easy with all the colors that's there and go through the list of all the explanations, because pacman is essential. It's our package manager. All right, you see how easy this is and how much fun this is. ArcoLinux SDDM. I'd like simplicity. Please install simplicity. Not only does it install it, it's gonna use it. It's gonna set it by default. So super X. Maybe we should do super shift X and kill content again. Log out. And there we are. Much nicer. And these are still our choices: XFCE and ChatWM. And let's go back in. Theming, Control T. So ArcoLinux, these guys are all there. Get the mirrors. This is for guys on NVIDIA to set things. OSBEC for mirrors. Power menu, you just saw that. That's this one. No, this one. That's the power menu. Remove things that are not there, of course. This is not ArcoLinux, but we can simply remove any kernel and keep the Linux kernel, and or vice versa, or remove anything except the Linux cache OS, etc. Those things are not yet available. This is there, of course. That's gonna be gone. Set course is interesting. For course, so when you're building packages from the AUR, it's now set to 4 cores. Spices is something you can get rid of now. Sudo. Once pacman knows everything, you can get rid of the ArcoLinux spices. Voila. Basically, what do we have now? These. That's all we have, and all the rest is pure Arch. Those are my decisions, my choices. And if we go back to the other one, set theme is an interesting one. I've just been developing that one. So when we're on Arch, when we're on Arco install ISO there, we can say set the theme, and it's going to do this. Of course, my theme. So you change it to your theme. Have a look. and see if you think maybe that's an interesting idea. When on a pure Arch or something else, right? Anything Arch, and you have access to the packages, then you can say install this, install that, and then we log out. Did I do a scal? I don't think so. Is it needed? Yep, it's needed. Scal, yes. Log out, log in, and there we are. Everything is set the way I like it. It's my choice. Arc theme, Bipata cursor, the icons, and variety will be there in a few bits, few moments. But there we are. We can do anything with this particular, bits and pieces from Arch, bits and pieces from ArcoLinux. Sudo pacman -s neofetch, not yet installed. Neofetch. There we are. And all our aliases are here. Those look very strange, these guys up here. But yeah. The last one I've made was nsddmd. And that is gonna set, well, it's gonna look at the file that's up here in the white border here. And we've changed to ArcoLinux Simplicity. That's why we have this when we log out. That's the ArcoLinux Simplicity look. Voila, that's it. Point is, yep, ArcoLinux works. I've new package, ArcoInstall-system-config, and if you want to know, that's maybe something to end with. Pacman -q, is it L? I don't know, was it L? Let's see, right? Lists the files owned by package. Okay, list. Arco install, that one. That's what you get. Probably forgot a few more. There are scal, we've done that. Use, we've not done that. Var, velo. So there's still more things to try out. So velo is just a list of packages I like to have always. Sublime text, Platinum searcher bin, rip grep, down, what was it, melt, and woof woof, on it goes, and voila, we're done. And velo with a W is for Wayland, which is gonna install also OBS Studio. And so there are many things. I think we've got the most important ones. There's also def, which is basically the same thing. Def and velo. It's cutting development into pieces. Def and velo. Simple as that. And there's an add microcode, which doesn't make sense here now because we're in a virtual machine. But it looks around and it says, oh look, I can install Intel, and then cool. Or I can install AMD, and voila, it's going to do that for you. And that's it. So that's the fun. You can start with ArcoLinux and end up very much with an ArcoLinux and still keep this nice, beautiful logo intact. So we intend to keep it as such on the Arco install ISO. It is Arch with another spices, the same meal with different flavors, right? Hope you understand me. Cheers.